2001. My pressure is up sky high because I ain't eating nothing this morning. But so I'm a little dizzy, so I can't like stir at y'all right now. But in 2001, I came to DC Central Kitchen. I had 5 months clean and recovery. And they have been working with me. Y'all need to be quiet over there. Excuse me?
Yes.
Come on now.
Okay.
They still learning. DC Central Kitchen has been working with me. My daughter practically grew up in this program with me. He's talking about he had a bad attitude. I'm over shaking my head. I was worse of the worst because I probably was threatened to be put out so many times. But they worked with me up until today. They still working with me. You know, when I came into the program, I was actually in the program when the plane hit the Pentagon. So for a week and a half, we not only did regular production from 8 to 4, we cooked like 2,500 extra meals for a week and a half. Every day we came to school, there was like 4 Red Cross trucks sitting out in the parking lot. We was making meals that was taken over to the Pentagon for the family members who were out there waiting to see if there was anybody coming out of the wreckage. And that was one time that we had the whole class had stuck together. We worked in here. We came in like a little early, came like 7:30, and I left at 5 o'clock in the evening, just time enough to get my kids from the daycare. And like I told you, I had like 5 months clean when I got here. And I had never tried to stay clean in my life. This was actually the turning point for me. What happened was when the plane hit the Pentagon, like a week later, it rained for like 3 or 4 days. I had a basement apartment, me and my husband and my kids. And when I got home that evening with my children, the water was up to my knees. And I didn't have no money to move nowhere else. I figured because I was uptown in Northwest living, that couldn't happen to me. And when we walked in and everything that I had accomplished in that maybe 2 months, it had all been destroyed. And so of course, me being in recovery and having my 2 kids with me and my husband gave up. He went and started getting high again. But my little girl was sick, and I mean sick meaning ADHD. I had to be taken to a psychiatrist. She had to have her medication during the day, and she had to have it to sleep at night. Coming here, I didn't stop coming. I didn't come in here and I didn't tell anybody, but I called FEMA. The Red Cross came and rescued me and my daughters because my husband left, and the pressure he couldn't deal with. So they put us in a hotel on Georgia Avenue, and what kind of kept me around for real was that they gave us this voucher, and we could order all the carry-out pizza, and you know that's the kids' favorite thing. If they can eat as many chicken wings and pizza, you know, so that's what we did. Me and my daughters, I said we're gonna use all this voucher, so when we get that place get straightened up, we're gonna be able to have some food to take back to the pot, and we ain't gonna have to go get the groceries and nothing like that. So they was happy. When my kids showed me that they was happy, and my oldest daughter, she's 16, God bless her soul. But back then she kept saying, "Mommy, you gonna be okay, Mommy. Don't give up. I'll watch Cheryl." You know, and I'm telling you that if it wasn't for her, I don't know what I would have done. You know, so because my husband was gone, and the normal routine was when he messed up, he went back out, I followed him. You know, but this time my daughter, it was like God stepped into her, and she was like a blockage. She wasn't letting me go nowhere. You know, and I continued to come here. I didn't miss a day. I didn't miss a day of school. I continued to come, and like 2 weeks later, FEMA mailed me a check for $5,000 in my name, and I sat outside of my apartment holding that $5,000 check because I had never had that amount of money with my name on it before in my life. And there was a staff member here who had always told me, "Carolyn, if you need my help, come down here. And you know when I'm here, you know where I'm at on Saturdays." So I took that check. I grabbed my kids. I don't think none of us brushed our teeth, but we came straight to the kitchen. And Karen took the check from me, took us out to eat, took me to a meeting, and then said everything gonna be okay. You know, she was like, just don't give up. So come March 6th, I'll be celebrating 8 years because of DC Central Kitchen has kind of just saved my life. You know what I mean? They really saved my life. And my kids, you know, a couple of times, you know, I get angry. You know how you get angry and grown and you want to move on and stuff like that. And I had my daughter to tell me at the dinner table, she was like, yo, you need to stay right where you at. You know, because that place has saved your life. And she was like, Mommy, you got to stop being, everywhere you go, you're going to run into people that you don't really get along with. You know, that you got to deal with it. Everybody at work ain't supposed to be your best friend, you know, but you need to learn how to have a working relationship with everybody that you work with. And this here, I'm telling you, this, you will learn some things in this kitchen, you know, and when you all go in there to help do these 4,500 meals that we put out every day when volunteers come in, it got nothing to do with food. It's got something to do with saving lives like mine. That's what you're doing. So it ain't got nothing to do with all, you know, people say, oh my God, I did onions for 3 hours. Okay, them onions that you did for 3 hours, you know, saved a life like mine, you know. So I'm grateful that you all came in here to share this special day. And this man right here came straight from Texas. I'm a Cowboys fan. Tell me you're a Cowboys fan, man.
I'll be a Cowboys fan.
All right. I'm a straight up Cowboys fan. Maureen, though, that's all I like. I like Cowboys. I don't care if they ain't in the playoffs. They ain't going to the Super Bowl. We'll be in next year. Long as they get. So I know it's a couple of you all I still have to come back and take to the lockers. But the ones that's already been to the lockers, I'm going to take y'all out.